Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to look at a game a student of mine and I played together a few hours ago. My student's name is Nika. She has been improving. I've been working with her for the past couple of months. And during that time, she gained several hundred rating points on chess.com, both in chess and in puzzles. And she's getting better and better. And this is the game we played. The time control was 20 minutes, so for the most part, there should be some relatively decent chance. And the lesson for everyone is if you're trying to get better, that's a good time control to do it with. Anyway, let's take a look at the game. E4, C6, D4, D5. We have the Caro Kann. White has several options here. White can trade, white can push, or white can defend. White can even play f3, defending the pawn. We decide to defend. Takes. Black brings the bishop out with tempo. We drop the knight back to attack the bishop, and the best move for black is to drop the bishop back. But black played here, which is a small inaccuracy. It's a small inaccuracy for two reasons. Reason number one is you don't usually want to give up a bishop for a knight. There are exceptions, but bishops more often than not are better than knights. And reason number two is after we take, black actually does not have to automatically take back with a pawn because that slightly damages black pawn structure. It's a little better to check with the queen and then take with the queen, keeping the pawns together. The problem for black is now one way white can try to win this position is by trading all the pieces, and then white has a 4-3 advantage on the queen side, which means white can create a passed pawn, and for black, it's much harder to do that. We developed the knight f3, black played knight f6, nothing special here, bishop c4, d3 is a little bit more precise, but c4 is okay. h6, I guess, trying to stop that, or that, but I don't think that was the thing. We castled. There was a slightly better move here, but castling is okay. 95 is a lot more scary. But we castled. Bishop e7. Getting ready to castle. And now we played knight e5. Knight e5 is still good, and the point is after castle, we have knight g6. The point of knight g6 is, well, obviously this is spin. Obviously the rook is attacked. And the logic is the worst case scenario, we get to trade the second knight for the second bishop. Then we'll have two bishops against two knights. Okay, he played b5, attacking our bishop. We took him first. The queen took back. Rook e1. It's probably a little bit better to move the bishop, but this is okay. It gets the rook into the game with tempo. Black plays queen d6. The point is we have to drop here, because if we drop here, this pawn will die. I mean, we could take back here, but the point is we don't want to lose this pawn for this pawn, because then the pawn structure advantage goes away. Black played a5, obvious reasons, and we played c3 to support this pawn, and we direct our bishop onto this diagonal. Black played one move chess. We stopped his threat with pawn g3. Black brought in the knight. We dropped the bishop back here. And black played g6. In this position, there is there is a good move which wins at least a pawn. So I'm going to ask you to find it. And the move is after black moved, this pawn now is a little bit weak. So we can attack that knight. After the knight moves, we get the pawn, which is what happened here. But now this is very instructive. We took the pawn, which is of course much better for white. But the important lesson in chess is when you see a good move, look for a better one. And in this position, white actually has something much, much better. I'm going to pause. I will have you find it. And it's actually kind of interesting. In this position, white can trap the black queen. White can play bishop f4, tagging the queen. The queen has one spot, and this is the end of the queen. We didn't do that. We were excited about that, so we took this pawn, and this is important. Even if you see a good move, spend a couple of seconds, unless you're playing bullet, or you're low on time. So we took this pawn. Okay, black saved the rook. Now we play bishop f4, and now this doesn't work, because the queen can go here. Except, our opponent did not do that. And this is the second lesson, is always ask yourself, after I move, what will happen next? And black should probably have asked himself, if I move my queen, what happens next? And ask himself. So queen d5, bishop b3. Black is losing the queen, so at least he can get a rook for it. And the rest of the game I'll go through fairly quickly. It's still somewhat instructive, but it's just essentially mopping up. Okay, f3. The point of f3 is we want to drive the knight back. He's been a little bit annoying. So f3 to drive the knight back. Now the knight is stuck in here, so we pin. Okay, black plays king g7, which is chess. Queen d2. Connect the queen to the bishop. Bring the rook over here. Alright, knight c5. Hope chess. I mean, hoping that will take. Of course, we don't have to. We checked first. And we played queen g5. We attacking both knights. We also attacking this pawn. If black doesn't want to lose anything, he should trade here. But he did not do that, so now he's losing this pawn. And the problem is now this is coming, so he has to give up the rook. We took the rook. We got ready to bring this thing in. We brought it in. Black did something random. It's not like they're good moves for black. Queen h4, because there are threats of moving this bishop. So black played knight h5, but of course that drops this knight. We offered the rook trade, which is fine. And now this has to open up, so that opens up. g4, and takes, king moves, and it's just a matter of time. I mean, like everything loses, this is coming next. This is still the best move. We did this instead. Takes, checkmate. Instructive game. Several lessons to remember. When you see something, when you see a good move, spend a couple of seconds. Maybe there is something better. Lesson number 2: when someone captures something of yours, do not automatically recapture. You might be able to find something better. And lesson number 3. Calculate ahead. Ask yourself when you move, what will my opponent do next? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe, and I will be back soon.